Propelled by the planetary emergency and the drive for transparency, global sustainability reporting standards and ESG disclosure regulations are coming and coming. Boards and C-suites should prepare now and could find new opportunities to create value. To help you catch up, we've prepared this implementation timeline that will help you get an overview of the most important things that happened in 2022 and what to expect in 2023. Here we go. 2022 started off very intense. In January, the Sustainable Finance Disclosure Regulation, or SFDR, periodic disclosure reporting requirements started to apply. According with this, fund management companies must comply with detailed pre-contractual and annual reporting disclosures. In the same month, additional reporting requirements came into force for Articles 8 and 9 on SFDR products. These taxonomy regulations are related to transparency and pre-contractual disclosures and will apply to those funds that make sustainable investments with environmental objectives in accordance with the EU taxonomy. In February, we had the publication of the proposal for the Directive on Corporate Sustainability Due Diligence. This proposal fosters sustainable and responsible corporate behavior throughout global value chains. Companies will be required to identify and, where necessary, prevent and/or mitigate adverse impacts of their activities on human rights, such as child labor and exploitation of workers, and on the environment, for example, pollution and biodiversity loss. The second half of this year continues at the same pace, with important advances on Corporate Sustainability Reporting Directive, or CSRD, starting in August with the deadline for comments on the standards proposal draft. Then with an adoption of the first set of reporting standards in October. And finally, member states will be expected to transpose the new directive into law by December 31st, 2022. 2023 will start with the SFDR Regulatory Technical Standards Application. The RTS specified the mandatory website, pre-contractual and periodic reporting for templates for financial market participants and in-scope financial products. A taxonomy delegated act will allow nuclear and natural gas-fired power plants to be recognized as a transitional energy source as long as they are used to replace dirtier fossil fuels such as oil and coal and be marketed as green investments on financial markets. Also in the beginning of next year, the remaining reporting directives for the rest of the environmental objectives of the EU taxonomy regulation are expected to be in force. Other important things to keep on the radar are the publication of full reporting standards under CSRD in June, the ongoing adoption of plastic taxes from different EU countries to reduce packaging waste and stimulate Europe's transition towards a circular economy, with the EU Carbon Tax Regulation, or CBAM, starting its transition period on January 2023. Importers of steel, aluminum, cement, fertilizers, and electricity, for example, must calculate and report their emissions across their supply chains and product lines. In a gradual process of implementation, these importers and non-EU manufacturers will have to pay a carbon tax and purchase import permits if they want to keep doing business. Okay, if you're still a step behind and don't quite understand what SFDR or CSRD is about, don't worry. Visit the SAP Cares website and click on the ESG's Hot Topics, or simply use this QR code. There, you will find an easy and quick explanation about these subjects. Together, we got this.